Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about a place that Canadians both love and at times resent Costco. I'm willing to bet that 9 out of 10 of you watching have a Costco membership card tucked away in your wallet right now. Each year, we dutifully pay our membership fee, telling ourselves that it's an investment in saving money. Once inside, every purchase feels like we're getting an incredible deal. Those massive bulk packages and low unit prices make it almost impossible to stop shopping. But friends, have you ever stopped to crunch the numbers? Are the savings you accumulate at Costco each year genuinely covering that membership fee? Or have you fallen into a cleverly designed spending trap where you think you're saving money but are actually spending more? Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the most subtle, hidden costs at Costco. I can guarantee that at least 80% of members have fallen for these traps, often repeatedly, year after year, without even realizing it. Before we dive into these spending traps, if this is your first time here or if you're interested in smart shopping and money-saving strategies to make every dollar count, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button below and ring the little bell next to it. That way, you'll be notified immediately and won't miss any tips to help protect your wallet. All right, let's get straight to it. 1. The treasure hunt layout. Have you ever noticed the interesting phenomenon that Costco warehouses are essentially giant mazes? You'll rarely see clear signs hanging above the aisles telling you where to find the dairy section, snacks, or cleaning supplies like in other supermarkets. To make it more challenging, they cunningly rearrange product locations on a regular basis. You might think, well, what's the big deal? But it's a huge deal. This is Costco's first psychological tactic, which they call the treasure hunt shopping experience. One, they intentionally avoid clear signage to compel you to wander through the entire store just to find the few essential items on your list. Picture this: you head in planning only to buy a carton of eggs and a jug of milk. But on your quest to find the eggs, you pass a mountain-high stack of family-sized ketchup chips. You think to yourself, wow, you can't get this size anywhere else. Perfect for movie nights at home. A little further, you spot the latest brand name air fryer on a special deal. Even though your current one works fine, you can't help but stop for a closer look. Then you see a whole rack of stylish winter parkas. The colors are great, and the price seems much lower than at specialty stores. With winter approaching, you figure it might be a good idea to grab one. By the time you navigate the winding path to the milk and eggs in the furthest corner of the store, your cart is already overflowing with things you had no intention of buying. That's the power of the treasure hunt. It capitalizes on human curiosity and the thrill of discovery. And as you walk down unmarked aisles, your brain unconsciously shifts into exploration mode. Your attention to surrounding products is amplified, and every corner could reveal a treasure that catches your eye. These treasures are precisely what's emptying your wallet. I've seen it countless times. Customers walk in confidently stating, "I'm only buying toilet paper," only to end up at the checkout with a full cart, wearing a mixed expression of satisfaction and regret. Costco's layout is designed to maximize your unplanned purchases. They place their highest profit, impulse buy items along the main walkways, the paths you can't avoid. Meanwhile, the everyday necessities you actually need, like eggs, milk, and bread, are often tucked away in the most obscure corners, forcing you to complete the treasure hunt. The solution is simple but requires immense self-control. First, always shop with a list. Before you leave home, write down everything you need to buy, specifying the brand and quantity. Second, head straight for your items. Don't wander around leisurely as if you're strolling through a park. If you're familiar with your local Costco, plan the shortest route to get what you need and leave. Third, if possible, shop during off-peak hours. With fewer people, you'll be less distracted by other carts and products. Most importantly, set a time limit for your shopping trip. For instance, tell yourself you must be out in 30 minutes. This sense of urgency will help you stay focused on your list. 2. The bulk size illusion. Costco's core business model is bulk sales. Everything comes in large packages and quantities, which has ingrained in us the idea that buying in bulk equals saving money. But I'm here to tell you, this is a massive bulk size illusion and a black hole for countless family budgets. This trap has 2 layers. The first is the unit price trap. Our brains are wired for shortcuts. When we see a huge package with a price that doesn't seem much higher than a smaller version, we automatically assume it's a great deal. But Have you ever actually taken out your phone's calculator to check the unit price? For example, a large 1 to 1.5 kiloliter container of almonds might be priced at $25, which works out to about $1.67 per 100 grams. Meanwhile, your local grocery store, like Loblaws or Sobeys, might have a sale on a 400-gram bag of the same brand for $6, which is only $1.50 per 100 grams. Costco's unit prices aren't always the lowest on the market. They leverage the high one-time cost and enormous packaging to numb your price comparison instincts, especially for items like snacks, drinks, and cleaning supplies. The second, more serious layer is the spoilage trap. This is particularly prevalent with fresh foods. You see a large flat of beautiful, tempting strawberries at an attractive price and happily take them home. But after 3 days of your family of 3 diligently eating them, a third of the container is left. Then you watch as they start to grow mold and turn soft, and you have to throw them in the compost. You see a bag with 5 heads of romaine lettuce, planning a week of healthy salads. But after 2 days, you're tired of salad, and the remaining lettuce slowly wilts and rots in your fridge. This waste from uneaten food is a hidden cost. Or you paid for the entire flat of strawberries and the whole bag of lettuce, but you only consumed 2/3 of it. The wasted 1/3 is money you've thrown away. Have you factored that cost in? Many people think, I'll be fine if I stick to non-food items. But what about vitamins and supplements? A giant bottle of 500 vitamin C tablets might seem like it will last forever, but have you checked the expiry date? In many cases, it might expire before you're halfway through. Products like sunscreen and cosmetics also have a best used by period after opening, typically 6 to 12 months. So if you buy a family-sized 3-pack of sunscreen for yourself, you'll be using it for ages, and it will likely lose its effectiveness before you finish it, leading to more waste. The solution? First, have a crystal clear understanding of your household's consumption rate. Don't overestimate your ability to finish everything, especially for smaller families or individuals. Second, make it a habit to use your phone's calculator to compare unit prices. It's not a hassle. Spending 30 seconds before checkout to compare with prices you remember from other stores can lead to surprising discoveries. Finally, for items you're not entirely sure you can finish, consider splitting the purchase with friends or family. It's a fantastic way to enjoy Costco's prices while avoiding waste. Item 3, the Kirkland Signature Quality Halo. When you talk about Costco, you have to mention its private label brand, Kirkland Signature. Many people are loyal fans of Kirkland, believing that anything with this label represents high quality and great value, and from toilet paper, nuts, and olive oil to supplements, clothing, and even electronics, Kirkland covers it all. I'll admit, many Kirkland products are genuinely excellent with quality that sometimes surpasses top-tier brands. This is because Costco partners directly with leading manufacturers for private label production. 7, for instance, their coffee beans might be roasted by Starbucks, and their batteries may come from the same production lines as Duracell. However, this creates a quality halo effect. We begin to blindly trust the brand, assuming that if it's Kirkland, we can buy it without a second thought. 1. Costco cleverly uses this consumer trust to quietly boost its profits. The reality is, not all Kirkland products are worth buying. Some may only be of average quality or even fall short of other brands on the market. For example, some Kirkland electronics might be manufactured by second-tier companies. While the price is low, the performance and durability could be compromised. Certain food items, like some frozen meals or prepared sauces, may have a recipe or flavor that doesn't suit everyone's taste. You might buy a large package, try it once, and never touch it again, leaving it to take up valuable freezer space. A classic example is laundry detergent or dishwasher pods. Many people buy them because of the large volume and low price, only to find the cleaning power is mediocre or they dislike the scent. But with such a massive container, you feel wasteful not using it, so you reluctantly endure it for a year or more, which impacts your daily quality of life. The subtlety of this trap lies in how it leverages your trust in the brand, causing you to forgo independent thinking and comparison. Because you trust the Kirkland label, you neglect to evaluate the product's actual merit. The solution: break the brand obsession and focus on the product itself. Before buying a new Kirkland product, especially a high-priced one, take a few minutes to search for reviews online. It's easy to find genuine user feedback on specific items. See if people are calling it a must-buy or a product to avoid. For food items, if possible, start with a smaller quantity of a similar product from another store before committing to the bulk version. Remember, Kirkland is a brand, not an absolute guarantee of quality. We should use it smartly, not be blinded by its halo. 4. The food court and sample station's low-price psychological anchor. Costco's food court is legendary. The hot dog and refillable drink combo has maintained its super low price for decades. There's also the cheap and massive pizza slices and the uniquely Canadian offering of poutine. 10. Many people even consider a meal at the food court an essential part of their Costco ritual. Do you think Costco is running a charity to give back to its members? In reality, the food court is one of the most brilliant parts of Costco's entire psychological strategy. I call it the anchoring effect. When you enjoy a hot lunch for just a few dollars, a powerful psychological suggestion is planted in your mind. Wow, things at Costco are really cheap. This feeling of cheapness acts as an anchor, deeply embedding itself in your subconscious. What happens when you walk into the main store with this sense of satisfaction and delight? Your price sensitivity drops and your impulse to shop is magnified. You might see a jacket priced at $200 and think, this would probably cost $400 elsewhere. It's a bargain here at $200. Besides, I just had a hot dog for only $1.50. I've already saved so much. Treating myself to this jacket is perfectly reasonable. See what happened? The food court's incredibly low prices act like an anesthetic, making you let your guard down when you encounter genuinely expensive items in the store. It uses a small, extreme bargain to leverage thousands of dollars in larger purchases later. The same logic applies to the in-store sample stations. The samples serve several purposes. First, they slow you down, making you linger in front of a particular product and increasing the likelihood you'll buy it. Second, they tap into the human principle of reciprocity. After trying something for free, you might feel a little awkward not buying it. Third, and most importantly, when you taste that delicious sample of sausage or a cookie, your brain releases dopamine, making you feel happy. In this slightly euphoric state, your rational judgment weakens, making you more susceptible to impulse buys. From my observations in the store, products offered at sample stations often see a significant sales boost. Many people had no intention of buying the item, but after a taste, they think, hey, this is pretty good, and toss it into their cart. The solution: mentally separate the food court and the main warehouse. Go ahead and enjoy that cheap hot dog, but you must build a mental firewall. Tell yourself that the food court's pricing strategy is completely different from the pricing of products inside the store. Don't let a $1.50 hot dog be the reason you spend $500. As for samples, my advice is if you know you have poor self-control, try to shop at Costco after you've had a full meal. People are more prone to impulse shopping when hungry and are easily tempted by food. If you try something and love it, don't grab it immediately. Instead, make a note of it on your phone. Tell yourself, if I finish my shopping and I'm still thinking about it at the checkout, I'll come back for it. I promise you, 90% of the time you'll have forgotten all about it by the time you're ready to pay. The membership fee itself, the sunk cost fallacy. Finally, let's talk about the most fundamental element, the membership fee. This annual payment is in itself a significant psychological trap. It capitalizes on an economic concept known as the sunk cost fallacy. What does this mean? It means that when making a decision, we are often influenced by past investments that cannot be recovered. The membership fee is your sunk cost. And because you've already paid this money, you develop a psychological pressure to get your money's worth. This pressure can distort your shopping habits. You might force yourself to go to Costco even when you don't really need anything that month. You'll make a special trip just so your membership fee doesn't feel wasted, but the cost of gas and your time often ends up being far more than any money you save. Even more insidiously, you'll use the getting my money's worth mentality to rationalize your purchases. You'll see an item you don't really need, but the price tag says save XXX. You'll think, great. If I buy a few more things like this, I'll make back my membership fee. As a result, in your effort to break even, you end up buying a pile of things you don't need and spending even more money. The membership fee was originally intended to filter for customers with a certain level of spending power and to offset some of the store's profit margins on goods, allowing for lower prices. For the consumer, however, it can become a psychological burden. You become tied to this fee, losing the freedom to compare prices elsewhere and choose products that are better suited for you. The solution? Reevaluate your membership annually. Before you renew, ask yourself these questions honestly. 1. How many times did I actually go to Costco last year? 2. Were those trips driven by genuine need, or did I go just because I have a membership? 3. How much of what I bought, especially bulk food items, ended up being wasted? 4. When I factor in the membership fee, the cost of gas to get there, and my time, am I truly saving more money than if I shopped at other supermarkets? Please answer these questions truthfully. If your answers are mostly negative, then cancel your membership without hesitation. 4. Don't let yourself be held hostage by a sunk cost. The goal of saving money is to spend less, not to spend more, just to make a past expense feel justified. For those who don't shop frequently, borrowing a friend's card or using a Costco shop card are much wiser alternatives. 8. Conclusion. All right, everyone. Today we've broken down 5 of Costco's core hidden spending traps: the treasure hunt layout, the bulk size illusion, the Kirkland quality halo, the food court's psychological anchoring, and the sunk cost fallacy of the membership fee itself. My intention here is not to encourage a boycott of Costco. On the contrary, Costco is a brilliant and highly successful retailer that genuinely offers great value to consumers in many ways. But as smart shoppers, we must be able to see through the carefully crafted business logic and psychological tactics at play. Shopping is like a game. Costco is the savvy house, and we are the players. Before we step onto the floor, we must understand the house's rules and strategies. Only then can we truly win in this game for ourselves instead of unknowingly handing our hard-earned money over. I hope today's insights will help you be more aware and rational on your next trip to Costco. Only by being a conscious consumer can you ensure that your valuable membership fee is truly well spent and maybe even come out ahead. If you found today's content helpful, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family who also love their Costco runs. Let them in on these spending traps. I also invite you to share your own Costco saving tips or pitfalls in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.